There are moments in life when one small sound, one tiny moment, one unexpected encounter can teach you a lesson that stays with you forever. And sometimes the thing you're waiting for isn't delayed. It's being prepared, just like you are. Let me tell you a story that might change the way you look at your own life, your struggles, your hopes, and the timing you're praying for. Imagine walking through a quiet forest early in the morning. The air is cool, the ground still wet from last night's rain. The trees stand tall, birds are singing their soft morning songs, and everything feels peaceful. But in the middle of that peace, you suddenly hear something, a tiny trembling sound, so faint it almost feels like it's coming from inside your own heart. That was the moment a young boy named Rafi stopped in his tracks. Rafi was a sweet, bright kid with big dreams of exploring the world one day. But he had one weakness. He hated waiting. If something took time, he felt frustrated. If progress was slow, he thought it would never happen. So when he followed that tiny sound and found a little yellow bird lying on the grass, injured and trembling, everything inside him softened. The bird's wing was bent, its chest was shaking, and its eyes looked scared. Rafi gently picked up the little creature, light as a piece of sunshine, and brought it home. He made a cozy little box, lined it with soft cloth, placed it near the window where warm sunlight touched it every morning, and named the bird Suno. Every day, Rafi fed Suno small seeds, crumbs, and water. Every day, he watched the bird get calmer, stronger, brighter. But after a few days, Rafi's impatience came back. "Why aren't you flying yet?" he complained. His mother heard him and said softly, "Healing is a journey. You cannot rush a journey." But Rafi didn't like waiting. To him, waiting felt like losing. One morning, without understanding the mistake he was about to make, Rafi took Suno back to the forest. He placed the bird on a low branch and whispered, "Come on, little one. You can do this." The bird shook its head. It wasn't ready. But Rafi, thinking he was helping, gently pushed Suno upward. And everything went wrong. The tiny bird flapped desperately, struggled, and fell. Not far, but hard enough to hurt. Rafi ran to it, his heart sinking. Suno lay still, shocked and weaker than before. Rafi held it gently, tears filling his eyes.
"I'm sorry."
"I'm so sorry," he whispered, feeling guilt heavy in his chest. That night, he sat beside the bird, unable to smile or play or speak. His mother sat next to him quietly and placed her warm hand on his shoulder. "Rafi," she said, "sometimes things don't happen because the time isn't right. And sometimes God delays something because he has a better plan than you can see." Her words felt like a soft light in a dark room. Rafi realized something important. The bird wasn't ready to fly, and he wasn't ready to understand. Both needed time. Both needed patience. From that day on, everything changed. Rafi slowed down. He cared for Suno gently. He trusted the process. He trusted the timing. Day by day, Suno grew stronger. Its eyes sparkled again. Its wings opened wider. And then, one bright morning, Suno stood tall and full of energy. The little bird hopped onto the edge of its box, spread its wings, and looked at Rafi as if saying, "I'm ready now." This time, Rafi didn't push. He didn't rush. He didn't force. He simply held out his hands and let Suno choose the moment. And Suno flew. Not a small jump, not a weak flutter, but a strong, beautiful flight across the open sky. Rafi watched with tears in his eyes, filled with joy, love, and a deep understanding that he would carry forever. Everything has its right time, and God's timing is always perfect. The bird didn't fly earlier because it wasn't ready. Rafi didn't understand earlier because he wasn't ready. But when the right moment came, everything fell into place. So if you're listening to this today and you feel tired of waiting, if something in your life feels slow, if you're discouraged or confused, remember this story. Remember the little bird. Remember the boy. Remember that every delay has a purpose. You're not being denied. You're being prepared. Trust the timing. Trust the plan. Trust the journey. If this story touched your heart, please like this video so it can reach someone else who needs this reminder today. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that inspire, comfort, and guide your heart. In the comments, tell me, what are you learning to be patient about? I'd love to read your story too.